So I just got done recording a VOD review for 1 hour. I get out of the recording, I put it into Sony Vegas, and it's cropped completely wrong, dude. I'm staring at the top left of the screen. So I'm doing a different video, because I'm not watching that whole VOD all over again. I just forgot to turn cheats on, holy shit.
Feel its pain, it aches for redemption.
No, Sage, it fucking doesn't.
My ultimate is ready.
Nobody gives a shit about the lore in this game. I can tell you that much right fucking now. Alright, so let's get started. We're talking about retakes. And what exactly is a retake? Well, I'm glad you fucking asked, and if you didn't ask, fuck you. A retake is basically where the spike gets planted on a site, and you all have to scramble to get the bomb defused. Now, there are multiple ways to actually play a retake situation. And I'm going to show you different ways you can play it and different things that matter and you need to take into consideration when retaking a bomb site. Now, the first thing you need to take into consideration is your position on the map. If you are here on the back of B site and they are already pushing in, well, I'm sorry to say, but you're pretty fucking shit out of luck. You can try and get some kills here. If they walk around, you can try and surprise them. Just crouch down here so you can't get headshot. You take some free kills that way. Or what you can do is wall yourself and get out. But generally, you don't want to waste your wall because that will cuck your team and that will give them the advantage. But it can be smart in some situations, or if you want to get off the site. One of the best ways you can actually play a retake is if you are completely overwhelmed on site and you need to get out, you can plop down cover and you can run for your fucking life, wait for your team. So that way, if you're down a man, let's say, it's a 4 versus 5 and there's 5 on site, it's probably best that you don't make it a 3v5. So you get off site and you wait for your team to arrive so they can assist you in the retake. If you are overwhelmed on site, it is best to, instead of standing your ground, to find a route of exit. The only time you really want to stand your ground is when you have absolutely no way of escaping. So if you can't escape, then you have to stand your ground. But if you can't escape, it's best to just leave. That way your team can rotate over and you can have a much better shot at actually retaking it. You have 45 seconds, so you don't want to be dilly-dallying the whole fucking time you're retaking. If you're retaking and you're coming from A, what you should not ever do is walk this whole way. Because they already know you're going to be coming from A link. They already know that. So you need to be fucking sprinting in, clearing angles as fast as you can. You need to be quickly clearing angles and have your team on your back. Because if you were just walking this whole way, you were wasting so much time. So much time just walking and clearing these angles out. And walking in like this. You also need to take in consideration like how many people are alive. If there's 5 alive, generally there will be people at positions like this and off in the corner of the site. So it's best not to peek too many angles at once. And when you're retaking, it's very important that you cut down on as many angles as you potentially can when you're retaking the site. So if I'm retaking here, I don't want to be peeking in like this and just exposing myself to a ton of angles and just clearing this out. Because all I have to do when I'm retaking here is I can literally just swing this side and I can clear out all of these angles. I can clear out this angle. I can spam here, and now all I have to worry about is potentially someone walking up here or here, or people playing on this box and off in this off angle here. That's all I have to worry about, as opposed to walking in like this and being exposed to all of this and just not clearing it out. So you want to swiftly clear angles out when you're retaking into a bomb site. Now, another important thing is if you have utility left over, you need to be using it. If you see that this is open, it's very smart to wall this off, or you can wait and you can get all these cleared out. You can clear all these angles out. You can clear this angle out with your team. And if the bomb is planted here and you have the bomb site and you know that they're playing here, all you have to do is throw a wall down and you have enough time to at least have your team half tick this by the time this wall is broken. If there's only one player on the other side of this and it's a 2 versus 1, even if it's a 1 versus 1 and you have this wall, by the time you half ticket, that wall is broken and you can just wait. The wall is very good in situations like this, and smokes are also very good. Just know in this game, they can see the bomb on their map so they can ping it, so shooting through smokes is a lot easier in games like this. So just know that utility is very important for blocking out routes, and you also want to be very quick on your retake. If you take too much time on the retake, you're going to just cuck yourself in the long run, because eventually it gets to a point where there's almost no time left, and you're swiftly scrambling, and you are basically shit out of luck. You are fucking terrified about the angles they can be playing at, so you need to quickly clear the angles out. You don't want to be just fucking dilly-dallying, taking your sweet-ass time, you know, checking your watch every now and then, and walking all the way in here. You need to be swiftly clearing them out, and you need to basically go in with your team and trade kills. If you have a teammate, it's best that you guys push together and you guys are trading for each other, so you can play even more aggressive than you would before. You can clear out all these fucking angles, and if you die, or if your teammate dies, you know exactly where the enemy is, and you have the potential to trade him out. If you're flanking from, let's say, a site, and you know there are going to be people up in this nest, or maybe on site, it is best that yes, you're going to be taking a lot of time, but it's also best that you walk here, and you aren't making noise, and you aren't exposing your position to the enemy team. So you can walk all the way through here. Just be aware of tripwires in these positions, of course. You can clear out all these angles, and you can catch them off guard from behind. This is another good way to retake. Retaking on a flank is very smart because a lot of the times they're going to be worried about the bigger choke points like C-link and A-link. So another thing you could do with utility is just block off a whole area, and then you can very aggressively clear out certain parts of the site. So that way, you block off like 5 or 6 different angles, and you can just clear out the other smaller ones. Just know that if you do decide to use your utility, that also shuts down that route for you and your teammates. So if I put this wall here, my team has no way of getting to that side without going through C-link, which can be very dangerous at times. So be aware of where you're placing your utility, and be aware of how many teammates you have alive. If you have 5 teammates alive, it's probably not best to use your wall here, because your team is going to want to actually be able to surround the bomb site and clear it out aggressively in that kind of fashion, where they're completely surrounding it and checking every angle. Say you are pinned down right here. If they're already like up to this position, it's almost impossible to get back there. So all you can really do is just hope that they don't clear out this back part of sight, and if they start planting, you can walk around this way and try and catch them off guard, kill the planter, and maybe try and escape in some way. You can always wall this off and give yourself this route for them to have to basically push through if they want to clear you out, and you know, so they don't lose that area of control when they're trying to hold the bomb site. Just know that on retake situations, there are very common post plans that people will always play. If you are retaking C on Haven, they're almost always going to play down this long corridor. Like 90% of the times, there's going to be a player playing in cubby. So just be aware that there are post plans that will be played almost every single time the bomb is planted. Very common post plants for this area is going to be back here on this part of site, back here on this off angle, just watching the cross, and in this cubby, sometimes even on the site, and a lot of people will like to play in here and cut down rotates from garage. So when the bomb is planted, it's not an end all, and you want to be able to retake with your team, because even at immortal rank, there are people that just fucking without their team will run in and try and clear shit out, and they will just die. Like, you cannot be doing that. You cannot be running onto the site solo trying to kill the entire enemy team. That shit doesn't work. You need to be able to wait for your team. So what you should take away from this video is speed is very important. You can't waste 20 seconds walking to the site and then clearing it out. Like I said, it's a 45-second timer. It takes 7 seconds to defuse the bomb. Speed is very important. Precision of the angles you are clearing out is very important. So you want to actually be actively clearing angles out without exposing yourself to too many angles at a time. So speed, clearing out angles without exposing yourself to unnecessary angles. So if I'm going to be clearing out this area, I want to swing along this wall and then swing here, as opposed to walking straight out like this and trying to clear it this way and then clearing here. So speed, clearing angles properly, and waiting for your team are the 3 most important things about retaking. And retaking on flanks is also very powerful. So those are the things you should take away from this video. And just remember that utility usage, for the last part of this video, just remember that utility usage is very fucking crucial. Don't not use your utility in retake scenarios. Retake scenarios, utility go hand in hand. It's fucking amazing if you have utility left over. That's why saving utility can be very crucial in certain rounds. You can flush areas at a certain points, and you can cut off choke holds. So I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely fucking informative video. I believe this is going to be a pretty goddamn short video, but I'm pretty pissed after that VOD review just got completely deleted, basically. So I'm probably going to end this video, and I'm going to start working on the VOD review again, and probably cry the entire goddamn time. So if you enjoyed the video, please sub, please give it a like, and join my fucking Discord and watch my streams. Basically, give me all the attention that you have towards being a human. It all belongs to me now. I basically fucking own you. Goodbye.